Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. I wasn't really planning on making this video. I had a different video planned, which was to do with the Wars of the Roses, but that one will be coming in the future. However, there's a few things that have happened, and I felt that it was worth making a separate video to address those. So this is a bit of an update for the channel for January, just to show sort of what's been going on, what I'm working on, and what's coming up next. So what has been going on? Well, I came home from work the other day to find an email and this in the post. And what can I say? I'm completely bowled over and chuffed to bits for this. This is the War Games Illustrated inaugural Hobby Hero Award. Each year War Games Illustrated does some sort of industry awards around the hobbies, things like best manufacturer and best game or best new rule set, and this year they added the category of Hobby Hero, and it was just down for people just to nominate whoever really, and sort of give a reason why. And I don't know what to say. It's still sinking in a little bit. The fact that obviously some people have put me forward because they're pleased with the contribution, very, very small contribution I make to this hobby, is absolutely amazing to me, and I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. This is awesome, and I really, really, really appreciate it. There are so many people in this community that are doing awesome things to, you know, promote our hobby and promote the community, and honestly I think that there are so many people that are deserving of this. The fact that my channel was sort of picked for its small contribution really does mean a lot. So thank you very much to War Games Illustrated for this, and of course thank you very much to all of you for put my name forward and for continuing to watch the channel, which is absolutely awesome. So thank you very much. I wanted to just show you some of the things I've been working on, and mainly what I've been working on are these. Now, these are my first 2 units for my Great Northern War project. These are Russians. Both myself and Robin, he may be doing a video of his own, so I won't go too much into what he's doing, are collecting forces for the Great Northern War. It's something I've been interested in for a long time, and if you've watched the channel, you'll know that. These are all 3D prints. These are from BattleCat, and I've got the STL, so I'm just printing them off. And they're lovely, cracking little prints. These are all 28mm. It's nice to be sort of back and doing something with sort of regular uniforms. I haven't done anything like that for a while. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I've currently completed these 2 units, these 2 regiments, and I've nearly completed a 3rd as well. I find these very easy to sort of paint and to get my teeth into. So I'll probably be doing a overall showcase when I've finished sort of a big load of these miniatures, but for the time being I thought you guys might just like to see these. As you can see, I'm using the flexible resin that I use for making my own miniatures, so we got that nice mix of pikemen and musketeers, and to be honest, nothing really snaps or breaks, which is fantastic. I'm quite interested in the Russians because obviously I don't know if everyone knows, but this is the point at which the sort of Russian army starts to sort of modernize for that period. The Peter the Great is very taken with sort of the Western way of war, and after their big defeat at Narva, he really starts changing the army. And I like that you got a lot of sort of like, you've got all this mix of different troops in here, and that's something that I really want to emulate. But here you go. This is how I sort of deal with all of these. I just have these trays. You can get these trays from, I think I got this from is it the Range? Yes, it's the Range, and they're about £1 each. And these are the miniatures. This is how they look when they come off the plate. This is one of the commanders from BattleCat Miniatures. I haven't done a whole lot of cleanup on these. I tend to wait to do that until a little bit later. And then I just glued them onto lollipop sticks, as you can see. This is a musician. This is a drummer. Yeah, these poses are really nice. They come either unipose but with separate heads, or as complete multi-part, so they're quite easy to stick together. They've got a whole mix of casualties, marching poses, firing poses, reloading, charging ones with pikes, and I really like the mix, and I'm very pleased with the sort of the look I've got for them. I've gone for a bit of a general sort of look on the uniforms, just using some information online and from the books I have. But I think these do the job, and the faces are very expressive. If some of them look a bit like Willem Dafoe, I feel in his sort of Green Goblin guise. But yeah, I'm really pleased with these, and I'm looking forward to fielding a force. Flags and things like that for these, I've gone and got those from Warfare Miniatures. That's Barry Hilton's company, the people who make Beneath the Lily banners and the miniatures that go with that at the same kind of time period. He's got a full set of flags, so I got myself some horse and dragoon flags, blue flags, red flags, and I got some yellow ones as well. So yeah, hopefully going to have a lot of these across all of my regiments, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Something else I've been working on as well, I've just finished another base of skirmishers for my Arthurians for Midgard. Now, I had one of these miniatures kicking around for a while, the guy with the staff sling, and Vitrix sent that over to me, I think it was about a year ago, and a year and a half even, and I painted him up and I had him kicking around, and I thought he'd be perfect to pop in with some skirmishers. So I built up another 3 sort of Dark Age Arthurian skirmishers from the Dark Age Archers set, and yeah, I just thought I'd create a nice scenic base to pop them on. We're looking forward to playing Midgard, I am anyway, and I'm hoping to have a game in the next month, just sort of a learning game on the channel, get to grips with it, which of course I'll be sharing with you guys as normal. As with the previous bases for Midgard, because I've got this thing about Sabbat bases, I tried as much as I can to disguise the fact that it is a Sabbat base, but I'll be using this for Midgard and for Hail Caesar as well, so watch this space for some Arthurian battles coming soon. Speaking of the Arthurians, I've gone and got these. So these are the Gripping Beast Dark Age Welsh. These are our plastic set, and I also went and got the Dark Age Cavalry. So this is so I can create a allied Welsh contingent for my Arthurians. I figured it would be quite fun in Midgard to have that, and then also in Hail Caesar, and I can use some of those Welsh heroes and Welsh characters as well. And also it means that I can sort of have a rival force for the Arthurians as well, to fight against that aren't the Saxons, as other people seem to be getting those. So the cool thing about these is that Robin pointed out to me that the Vitrix heads fit these very well, so I'm hopefully going to be doing some head swaps and maybe a few other things as well to make these guys unique. Now, something else I've been working on which you guys might enjoy are these ammunition dials for the Wars of the Roses. Now, a lot of people are doing little bits and bobs. Dom has done some awesome stuff to show sort of arrow resupply points, but a while ago at Warfare, the guys at Warbases just happened to be sort of handing out these dials, and I grabbed a few of them, and I hadn't really used them for anything. They're meant for casualties, but using all the spare bits from the Perry set and other things I had lying around, I decided to create these sort of ammunition tokens that can be placed behind the units to mark how many arrows they got left. You get sort of 3 volleys a game. So I thought I'd just make them sort of quite fun, and I quite like this guy because he looks like he's keeping a tally of the arrows that are being used, so he can report back to the Earl of Warwick about how much money that they've spent on ammunition. So bearing in mind how many units I have, I think I'm going to have to make quite a few of these, but I've got a lot of spare parts. So all these arrow bags and, you know, sort of bows and purvey shields, they're all taken from the sort of spares that I've collected over the last few years while doing the Wars of the Roses. I've got another 3 that I've just started here, but I think overall I'll probably try to aim to get sort of 10 to 12 of these done. Now, something else which I've been working on and you may have seen is the next Ragged Staff miniature. This is my own little set of miniatures, and this is the next one. This is called the Veteran, and what I wanted was basically a sort of a man on a horse who's looking a bit tired and having a look around, maybe on his way to a muster or he's out scouting, but in a more relaxed pose. So he's not actually sort of, shall we say, you know, fighting. He's not ready to fight, although to be honest, with the look on his face, he could probably be ready at a moment's notice. This is basically based on the idea that, you know, there would be these veterans, these men of war that lords would really want to recruit into their Retuins as captains, as leaders for their other archers, and this person would clearly make their living from war. He's got some decent kit, he's got a brigandine, he's got a decent blackened sallet, he's got his bow, and he's able to afford a horse as well. So clearly, you know, life at home and not without the excitement of battle doesn't really mean much to him, and he's off to offer his services maybe to the Earl of Warwick. But he's going to be available soon. I've hit a few issues with the production of this one, with stuff just breaking down, but hopefully he will be available in the next couple of weeks. Now, something that's very cool that has happened over at Miniature Kingdoms, which is a hobby shop just outside of Ely that's been open for about 6 months. Robin and I went down there and we hosted a day of demo games of Hail Caesar. Now, Miniature Kingdoms is a lovely, lovely local hobby store run by Lee Verlander, and he basically invited us down, and yeah, we put on some games of Hail Caesar. So I figured what I'd do is I'd just do a sort of a walk around the shop. It was a sunny Saturday, as you can see, and we thought we'd play some Hail Caesar. So we set up one table of 28mm Hail Caesar. This is my Gallic Wars stuff. So we had Vercingetorix and Caesar on this one, and then on the other table there's Robin, who I managed to rope into it. It didn't take much convincing to get him down, but on here on the other table you can see we have got the Carthaginian, the Punic Wars stuff, so Carthage against the Romans, and we weren't too sure sort of, you know, what the take up on the day would be. It was sort of advertised for a couple of weeks, but it went down really, really well. As you can see, quite basic battlefields, nothing too fancy, but you know, these are demo games and we didn't want to trip people up too much. Now, what can I say about Miniature Kingdoms itself? Well, this has to be one of the best stocked hobby shops I've ever seen. As you can see, we've got paints from TT Combat, Colour Forge, there's Army Painter in there, 2 Thin Coats, there's a Citadel range as well, and there's also, I think there's Pro Acryl in there. There is a lot, and there's all sorts of games in there as well. Things from Moonstone, 40k, all your Warhammer games, and there is a big selection of Warlord stuff, and not just all the standard Warlord stuff. There's some quite, I don't want to use the term obscure, but you know, they've got the Black Powder stuff in here for you know, a dark and bloody ground. There's the Zulu stuff, there's all of the Hail Caesar books, so there is a lot of things in here, and there is something for everyone. And Lee, who you can just see here, hi Lee, has done an absolutely fantastic job of getting in and just keeping lots of different lines in stock. Now, this is my favorite room. In this room here, you can see I have a full selection of the Victrix bags, and to be honest, I don't think I've seen that much Victrix stuff outside of Salute, but there's plenty of North Star plastics, Wargames Atlantic stuff, Gripping Beast plastics, Fireforge plastics, Perry plastics, and yeah, there was some money spent. Once the day got going, I think we had a decent 25 people at one point, probably about 6 people playing in the Punic Wars, another 4 people playing in the Gallic Wars, and then quite a sort of bustle of people around and watching, and the day went really, really well. We had individual people looking after individual commands, and it just went really well. We weren't playing with all of the rules because we just wanted to keep sort of demo, you know, keep things going, but to be honest, everyone picked it up really, really well and had a great time. I know in Robin's game, because he was running the Punic Wars, that the Carthaginians smashed the Romans to pieces in 2 games, and over on my table it was 1-for-1, with the Gauls winning once and the Romans winning once. So overall, it was a fantastic day. Thank you very much to everybody who came down. We had a great deal of fun, and yeah, we had quite a few people ask if we would do another one, and that's something that absolutely up for doing, maybe some kind of War of the Roses game. But if you guys are in the area, do go and check out Miniature Kingdoms. There is a link down to the shop down below. Go and have a look, and yeah, go down there. They've got an online store as well, and if you do go down there, have a look around to see if you can spot some sort of classic wargaming boxes on the shelves as well that are kicking around. I've not taken sort of video footage of all of them because there's some real little treasures in there from times gone by, but I have to say this is probably one of the best hobby shops I've been in for a long time, and I'd just like to say thank you very much to the team there for having us for the day. Well, it's probably time to wrap up now, but I did just also want to say thank you to all of you again, because the channel hit 12,000 subscribers while I was at the event at Miniature Kingdoms, actually, which is awesome. I know I say it every time, but I genuinely never intended the channel to sort of grow the way it has, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of you who watched the videos and enjoyed them. I've got plenty planned. We've got another Ruckus battle report coming, another Wars of the Roses battle report coming, Soldiers of Napoleon is on the cards as well, and we're even looking at having a couple of games of Saga, because I know that there's quite a few people that want us to do another one of those. Once again, thank you for the War Games Illustrated Hobby Hero Award. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all keeping well, and I will be back soon with a video all about the Wars of the Roses in the next couple of weeks. In the meantime, look after yourselves. Take care. Bye-bye.